Hello, everybody. My name's Lilith Dorsey, and I'm so happy to take part in tonight's full moon magical market. I do a lot of things. I'm an author, most recently of Orisha's Goddesses and Voodoo Queens, and a couple of other books, Voodoo and Afro-Caribbean Paganism, and Love Magic. And I also have another book coming out soon called Water Magic that everybody can pre-order now. But I've been a voodoo priestess for a long time. I've been an anthropologist. That's what I went to school for. I am also a filmmaker. I went to school for that too. And I've just been a witch and a magical person for as long as I can remember. My parents really named me Lilith, so that sort of started me out on a completely magical, delicious, delightful path. And I'm so glad to share some of that with you guys tonight. If anybody wants more information, feel free to contact me at my website, lilithdorsey.com, or email me at voodoouniverse@yahoo.com. Or you can find me on almost all social medias. I'm not with the TikTok yet, but maybe. But for now, you can find me on IG or Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else that you want to go looking for me. And tonight I'm going to talk about some things for you. I've been a psychic reader for a really long time too. I've been a psychic reader for over 40 years now professionally. And I'm going to show you some of these decks that I have here now. One of my favorite ones, which I think a lot of people really just sort of jumped out at them when they first saw it, was the Wild Unknown Tarot. And this one I really love too, the Sluttish Tarot. And my most recent all-time favorite is the Dust to Onyx Tarot by Courtney Alexander. And most often I think I probably read with the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. But we're going to talk a little bit about tarot tonight, and I'm going to talk about a few ways to sort of cleanse and bless your cards. And then I'm going to give you 5 unique ways that you probably haven't thought of before. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about some of the ways that you can cleanse and bless your cards. Obviously, there's lots of different things you can do. You can use crystals. I've got a very nice quartz point here that goes on my tarot altar. You can light a candle to sort of bless and cleanse the space. I also like to use incense to get ready. Here I have some ready-made powdered incense that I like to use when I'm setting up my cards and other things like that. If you want, you can also burn some sage or some Palo Santo, which is one of my favorite things to burn. The thing I love about Palo Santo is if it's meeting with a lot of negativity, what happens is the smoke that comes out of it will turn black. So I like to use that to go around my cards in a circle and then around my cards the other way. So that's very kind of just allows it to get oriented to the universe and the energies that are out there. And you don't have to just use crystals on your altar. You can use crystals actually in with your tarot cards. I highly recommend getting a tarot bag that helps protect them from whatever. It keeps them together. It keeps their energies safe and protected. And another way to sort of amplify that is by using crystals in conjunction with it. One thing that I really like to use is black tourmaline. Almost all black stones are very absorbing of negativity and any energy that your cards might have picked up by doing a reading for somebody else or by taking them out or traveling with them or something like that. And I really like to just put this in the bag with it. What else do I have in here? Let's see. Oh, here we go. I have one of these stones that's for protection against, can you see it? Protection against the evil eye. I like to keep that in with my cards too, because who wants their cards getting the evil eye? But we're going to talk about a few ways today that you can recharge your cards, cleanse your cards. Maybe you're out doing a reading for a bunch of customers or a bunch of friends, or maybe you've just been doing a lot of really intense personal readings for yourself because it's an intense time. So one of the things that I'd like to show you is something very simple that a lot of tarot practitioners do, and that's just knock 3 times on the cards. That's sort of like waking them up. I know a lot of people like to do this before they begin any reading. And there's a trick also that my priest, Louis Martinet, who is one of the authors of this New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck showed me. And what he does is make an equal armed cross with the cards, and then he throws them gently into the air, just gently. You don't want your cards, this isn't 52, 78 pickup, it's not that kind of thing, but you just want them to go into the air briefly for a little tiny bit to allow them to go into the hands of the invisibles, to allow them to go into the space of the unknown. And by doing that, they can bring that knowledge back to you when you pick them up again and catch them and use them for your reading. So let's see, what else can you do? Something that a lot of people have told me that they like to do is reorder the cards, reorganize them, put them back, starting with the pips cards or the suits, the cups, the wands, the swords, the pentacles. So you start from the aces and you move forward and you reorder them so that they're all upright. You reorder them so that they're all in order. And then you go from 0, the Fool, up into 21, the World. So by putting them back in order before you shuffle, before you do whatever kind of cutting or mixing up that you want to do, this again allows them to reorient to their natural state, their natural resting state. And again, dissipates any of that energy they might have picked up from other readings or from not having other readings. You know, cards can pick up energies just like people can pick up energies. And by doing these things to sort of creatively recharge them, I think it allows them to be renewed and have new energy. So putting them in order, that's a really good thing. Let's see, what else do I like to do? One of the things that I like to do is, obviously I have a tarot altar. I showed it to you before, but one of the things that I like to do is make a salt circle with the cards. Now for that, either you're going to do it on your tarot altar, or I have a very cool tray here. It's upside down. It says boo. I think it's very appropriate for the market. Oh wait, now it really says boo. Now it says upside down boo. Okay. And one of the things that you can do is do a salt circle. Now you can do this with sea salt. You can do it with pink salt, like I'm going to show you how to do today. Or you can just do it with regular black salt, which is very, again, absorbing of negativity. And you can get that at most magical shops and suppliers, or you can find it online. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make a circle, but you take a pinch in each hand, and what you're going to do is equally spread it around in a circle, and then you go back. So you're making with two hands, that's to symbolize one in the world of the visible and one into the world of the invisible. So again, your tarot cards is a divination system that's bridging these two worlds, that's allowing you to bring something from the beyond back into where we are, and to be able to use that knowledge in your day-to-day life. So by using your left and your right, which again are also representative of mundane and magical, you are bridging both worlds by doing the circle that way, to do it, you know, first from the top to the bottom and then from the bottom to the top. Again, you're making a geometric shape that allows for this magical space to open up and for information to be transmitted. It's easier if you do it on a tray, because then you don't have to clean it up off your altar, your table, or your floor, but you could do it on a cloth if you wanted to. And then what you do is you take the cards and you leave them in the center overnight. So the salt will draw any kind of unwanted energy into them. And then when you wake up in the morning, you can take the cards up, take the salt, dispose of it somewhere outside, away from your house. Try not to get it on your hands. Wash your hands afterwards, because that salt has picked up all the negative energy that the cards have had on them, all the confusion, all of the, sometimes, you know, like I said, I've been doing readings for a long time. Sometimes you do readings for really intense people. So by doing this, this allows the cards to sort of reset and begin again, just as you do. Now, The other thing, the last thing I'm going to leave you with tonight, because we have a very short time slot that we're dealing with here, but the last thing I'm going to leave you with is a tip. And I find this is something that I advise everybody to do when they want to get in better connection with their cards. It doesn't matter if you've been reading cards for a year or you've been reading cards for 30 or 40 years like I have. You need to take the cards, pick them up, and put them under your pillow when you sleep. Now, obviously, you don't want to sleep on a hard box. It's much easier if you have them in a bag. I sleep with 2 pillows, and I'm not a Princess and the Pea kind of person, so it doesn't bother me to have something underneath my bottom pillow when I'm sleeping. But that just allows the cards to sort of rest with you, to get in tune with you when you're in that sacred sleep space. And this is also really good. You don't even have to do it with all the cards. Obviously, you can if you want to. But sometimes if I'm having a particularly, one card keeps coming up, this is something that happens a lot in readings. You have a recurring card, a recurring theme. Or if you're new and you're not really sure exactly what a card means, if you take it and put it under your pillow, that can help you understand it in a deeper way because you're accessing it in your dream space, in that kind of sacred, divine access time where you're not dealing with all the other mundane things that happen during the day. So these are all my tips and tricks for creatively charging up your cards. I hope you enjoy them. I hope everybody comes and checks out my website, LilithDorsey.com. I hope you check out my blog, Voodoo Universe. I thought I was going to forget, so I put up my backdrop of the universe, so you can check me out. We're the largest voodoo blog in the world. There's a lot of posts on there about herbalism. There's posts about tarot. There's a lot of really great divination interviews out there, and you can just do a search for Voodoo Universe, and I pop up. So I hope to see you there. I just wanted to offer something special for everyone who took part in the night market tonight. And, I'm so happy about my new book, Orisha's Goddesses and Voodoo Queens. I want to offer anybody who wants to email me at voodoouniverse@yahoo.com a free sticker. I got a bunch of stickers. It's not easy promoting a book right now. So anybody who wants to email me and send me their mailing address, we got to support the post office. I am happy to send you a free sticker. I appreciate being part of this, and I just want to thank Amy and everybody else who made this possible. Thank you. Have a wonderful full moon, and have a good night.